trained.
Hold on. I want to talk about this on the podcast. Oh, we're rolling? All right. Well.
Oh, we're rolling. Okay, we're rolling. The show's begun.
All right. Let me start off by saying this. I want to start off by saying what I said earlier. You're magic, man. Jadugar.
Thank you. I don't know what else to say.
No, you're a Jadugar, man. You've created... I've known you for a long time. I know. And the magic that you've created with your music, with the mystery around you as well. Let me put that as well. The mystery.
In what way? I don't know, but...
let me say it in this way, in an amazing way. I know. I'll elaborate. I know. You created magic, brother. And very few people and very few artists in our country, so far, at least in my lifetime, have done this. And you've created the magic, and you're creating magic, and it's an ongoing process. And I'm super happy that you're here.
I'm happy to be here. And I think that's too big a compliment, but that's I suppose I just say thank you. I've got a wonderful team behind me, 4 more other people who make this possible, and I make sure I say this because it's definitely true, and I definitely would not be here without them. We've got 4 people. Sharif, you've met, Nobu, Soumya, and Kailash. And there have been other people who support us as well, but this core team is is responsible for whatever we are trying to build, and have been somewhat successful in some ways so far. So,
you're trying to be modest here.
No, I wish I would say. I'd be like, oh, I do everything. Wow. Yeah, I'm a like. I'd be like, oh, this is the Kanye kind of a thing. But, I wish.
He's Ne now. Isn't his name Ne? के हो त्यसको नाम अहिले? Ne कि Ne Ye हो कि
Yeah. No, dude.
I lost my mind, man, when I saw that.
Yeah, but he's an actual genius, so.
No, he is. Nothing. Pull up that picture. No, nothing but I love Kanye.
Yeah.
People can say whatever the hell they want to say about that dude, but that dude is amazing.
So what happens in the industry is a lot of times people, like once they get super big, are very kind of develop this kind of a big personality, right? Apparently, based on what I've heard from his stories and everything, he is, no matter how he is, he's very diligent about what he does, puts in the work, puts in the hours in the studio, does that every day, does not come late, leave late and everything. He does that proper. I think Divastai told me the same thing as well. I think he worked at the same studio that he did as well.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure, but this guy is fantastic. So that's the kind of work ethic, though. I don't think egos are easily earned, but I think he did. So.
No. That guy is a genius, man. God damn it. He's a genius, and he ran for elections too, होइन? त्यस्तो पनि गरेको थियो नि. What is this? This is after judge approves Kanye West's name change to... Go up. I want to see his photo, man.
I didn't know it was legal.
Yeah, it is legal. Look at him, man.
Jesus.
Look at this guy. Look at this good-looking man. And his name is Ye.
Anyway, but yeah.
No. He's doing things, and he's doing things. But let's come back to Hawai Jahaz. Hawai Jahaz चढेर केटो नेपाल आएछ, होइन? नेपाल आएर पडकास्टमा आएछ. I'm fucking thankful, man. I'm really happy you're here. Thousands. I'm not lying to you. Thousands of people send me messages saying, "Call Sajjan, grab him."
Well, but I'm happy. That makes me happy.
Grab him. Grab this opportunity. होइन? नेपाल आएछ. तानेर ल्याउनुस् दाइ. Sometimes I'm amazed at friends who send me messages. I know people send me messages saying like, "Okay, grab him and bring him here." I'm like, and I was sitting. Did I tell you that? I was telling you that, right? I was telling him that people are sending me messages saying, "Grab him and bring him." Like, कहाँबाट grab गर्नु? पहिलो सुरु केटो कहाँ छ थाहा छैन मलाई. He's so mysterious. He barely posts on social media where he is, what he's doing. Right. And I was like, well, I'm happy you're here. Now we're talking about all the videos.
Right.
We were watching one of the first videos that he came out with 5 years ago.
I don't know about 5 years, but
4.5 years. This was not Hawai Jahaz. This was pre-Hawai Jahaz. Just I think so. We were watching the video earlier.
Yeah.
When we were watching the video, we were watching the video, and then I was like, yeah. And now the song that came when it was yesterday, day before?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, one day after.
Bro, since 2015, 2016 to now 2021, you've evolved drastically.
I hope in a good way.
No, in an amazing way. In a fantastic. That's what I'm saying. Man, that takes a lot of time.
I've been fortunate, like I said, and I've got a great team, like I said, and that matters a lot. At least my to the Sabata, and I've just been, I've wanted to do something, and I've gotten the support of the team, and I've got the support of the people. So it's I don't know what else to say. I've just been rather fortunate, and I'm not being modest. I promise you, there's so many aspects that's just pure, right place at the right time, right things, accidentally.
No. Now you're being super humble. This is pure talent. For me personally, it's talent too. I'm 2009, 10, somewhere along that line when I met you. Right at that time, I still remember. I'm not going to get into super details,
because you didn't even remember the details. I'm not going to go into the details because I don't remember, but I'm not going to tell you that. That's a very polite way to put it, but yeah.
We're talking about the details. We're trying to recollect the bloody details earlier, before we started off.
Right.
Bro, talent त्यतिखेरै थाहा हुन्छ नि हैन when you know that okay, this person's going to go ahead and like make it, this person's going to go ahead and like do something extravagant.
It's good to know. I don't know what to say to that.
Right. And when you look back at it with all the music and all the lyrics that you have, it's touched millions of people, and that is so powerful. I have praises back to back, brother.
No, good to know. But even then in that scenario, if you remember, like I remember the details, I'm not really sure if you do.
Go for it.
So when we were playing live, even at the places we hung out, there were people, Shamdai is like, where I met him, Kathmandu in one of the restaurants as well, Nirmaldai, and all the people who played. And like you kind of like, find, and Maxai, who I pretty much essentially gave me my
we're
first
talking about
gig.
this place called The Factory.
The Factory, yeah.
Let's put it out there. And since
so
we're doing it, The Factory.
Yeah, so that was one of the places where everything began in. Essentially what I'm trying to say is the places where I went to, I was fortunate enough to run into people, who were like experienced in that manner, who've played out abroad and played in like different shows, and you kind of like try to emulate all the good things, right? And at the same time, Kathmandu, like every other band, they were coming out like they had some special guy. There was like Albatross and Dindabad and Kutumba and all that sort of stuff. So it's just good exposure and like, trying to do whatever you think you like in somebody else's work. And, fortunately it's so far it's worked out, I would like to think.
It's going to work out in the future too. you got to keep at it,
That's
man.
the hope.
You got to keep at it. हैन त्यो एउटै कुरालाई त्यो तिखार्दै जाने त हो नि. हैन जति तिखार्दै गयो आफ्नो आर्टलाई त्यति राम्रो हुँदै जाने त हो नि. मलाई चाहिँ त्यस्तो लाग्छ है. मैले जति धेरै पडकास्ट गर्छु त्यति धेरै I'll know what exactly to go ahead and conversate about. If I don't do this more, I'm going to be stagnant. So the more you do, the more better you're going to get at what you're trying to do. And that's the only way out. Most probably I'll end up doing this till the day I die. Most probably I'll end up doing this. So my hands and feet might not be working, but at least my brain's still going to be sharp, hopefully.
Yeah, certainly. But I mean, you've been quite the presenter for a long time, so I think that's that's going to happen. Yeah.
Let's go back 2000 and okay, people. 2012-ish, you went to the States.
End of 2012, early 2013, yeah.
I want to understand what made you take the leap of faith and be like, okay, I'm going to start doing music. Because you were always doing that, but okay, now I'm going to start producing it. I'm going to come out with music in a way and saying that I want to show it to the rest of the world. Like, what made you do that? I want to understand that.
Good question. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can identify one and saying but I definitely know before I put out the first one, I think that was officially the original was Azamatra. I don't think before that there were anything else. the other one though is I did have my own personal things, experimentations and Facebook and everything where I'd get like friends' comments and likes and everything, but then that's what you build off of, right? And then, yeah, I mean, I was always going to do it, but like when I went to America, quite honestly, it was the availability of the resource there. You couldn't find, you couldn't possibly afford a microphone if you were in Nepal on your own, and just going there, I was like, okay, here's a microphone, I'm going to learn off of that. So I just gave it a go. And I'm like, okay, here's I don't know, more resources for me to learn and everything. My uni had a piano. I was like, okay, this is something that I need to practice and stuff like that. So yeah, it just I got fortunate with a set of resources I had on data balance. I was like, okay, maybe I should just start putting it out, whatever happens. And to be honest, I wish I started earlier because what I've learned is you put something out, regardless of whether it's good or bad or absolute garbage. There's always going to be feedback, right? There's only, you look back on it and you realize, okay, this went wrong. Perhaps there's going to be 10 things wrong, and you identify one, and at least for the next one, you're not going to make it, right? And that's the thing. I don't think anybody's music career is just one song, and so it's always, if you identify as a songwriter, as a musician, that's always how you're going to look at the world. And therefore, there's always going to be a next song for like maybe the next emotion or the next feeling or the next phase of life. And that is what you go back to and say, this is what I want to do about the next chapter. What did I do bad or wrong or not good enough in the previous one? And how can I actually at least get it right, if not make it perfect? So I think that's the way. I mean, at least. Yeah. I hope that makes sense.
No, of course it does. There needs to be what instigated, sometimes, okay, even with this podcast, something instigated, right? COVID happened, COVID was a big eye-opener for me,
right.
Like a big one, big one. Everything can be done digitally, everything, anything you want, and so why not do it, right? It was a big eye-opener for me. Even there are instances in a person's life when it is like, okay, if I don't do it now, I'll never do it. Did you have that kind of moment?
Yeah. So like I said, I got a microphone. I got a DAW software, music software. And I was like, oh, put this song together. I'm like, I had it, and I'm like, okay, well, if I wait for this to sound like prime John Mayer on my first go, I'll never do it. So why not just put it out there? And if it goes right, it goes right, and if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. And what I was, what I'm happy about is that. The first thing I put out was Nepali, because most of the things that I listened to or played was not Nepali then. And
Jastै?
I mean, John Mayer was one of the most listened to artists then.
The Continuum थियो कि Battle Studies थियो one of those albums.
It might have been, yeah.
Oh man, that's a deep album. Bro.
Yeah, and
that's a deep album. Both those albums are like, I remember those albums because they're so deep.
Yeah. For me, Continuum is like the prime.
Oh, yeah, the prime. Oh, man. Yeah. John Mayer has pulled me out of phases of my life, bro.
Yeah. But, I mean, I recently was speaking to someone and I realized that guy's also mostly sad. I just realized about the songs.
त्यसको नयाँ गीत के छ नि Train Home. Last Train Home. Yeah. And then I downloaded the whole album, but I haven't. I heard that song and I was like, okay, this is different John Mayer from the Battle Studies or the Your Body's a Wonderland was the first time when I was like, oh, okay, John Mayer was like, yo रहेछ.
Okay.
And त्यसपछि after that, he went through some dark phase in his life. I don't know, God knows what it is. To Katy Perry time होला. Okay, time होला.
I mean, listen, man. I mean, people go through phases, and the thing is, I'm actually happy that he evolved.
Went through that.
Yeah, because I mean, imagine he brings out another Continuum. Like you get bored.
Yeah.
So I think that's special. But yeah, only
John Mayer coming out with disco album would be would be different.
New Light was kind of a funky one.
Slightly.
And then there was this Bailako album as well, Born and Raised and everything. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I didn't like it for the longest time, but then, like, when you actually go back and listen to it, you just see the genius.
I don't even think I can hum this song. Neon, even that was like, it was like touching into it. And now with this new one, I'm like, okay. Anyways, coming back to Sajjan Raj Vaidya from John Mayer. All of us heard John Mayer. Heavily inspired by him in the beginning.
Yeah. It's I think as far back as I can go with playing the guitar and singing and everything, it was I think it was John Mayer that I hooked on to the most. When I really think about it, it's always been that way actually. Even now I listen to him and everything and analyze. Not analyze as in like, oh, you're iti barta iti. No, not like that. It's you just go back and it's like, oh, what is he talking about? And if you've heard In Your Atmosphere, like it's only mostly guitars. It's like, why did he not decide to make this, an album release, things like that? And so for me, that's like, the essence is just like, oh, it's just a heartbreak that has to be captured in just a guitar and a guy, and then he somehow has to make that not boring. And as
not boring.
Yeah, because the people of the attention span of people, and what people look for has changed so much that if you just introduce two instruments or two elements to people, apparently now people get bored. But somehow he's made it work. It's just a guitar and vocals and a little bit of reverb and deep emotions and a breakup, like I said, another sad song, and he just actually made it work. So yeah, it's just like now the new stuff that you go back to. Like very few people can actually play the guitar like John Mayer, and that's why you always are like learning when you look at that guy as well. But it's not just him. There's obviously that was where everything started. When I started playing the guitar, I was like, okay, I want to play this as well. So I learned Neon, I learned Your Body is a Wonderland, and then White Georgia and everything. And you learn that and you develop your own style. And one of the things I hold, very close to my heart is he said, you develop your own style when you fail to sound like the artist you're trying to sound like.
Yeah.
And he was trying to sound like Stevie Ray Vaughan, and he just stumbled upon his own style. So yeah, it's there's a lot to learn from that guy. I don't know him as a person, so I really can't. People sometimes get pissed about, how can you support him and his ideas are this and that and everything. Well, mate, when I put on the music and everything, and he paints me a picture that's just about the song and the emotions that it could possibly be about, and I think that's a skill that not a lot of people have, and I'm happy in that moment.
Well, you got the gist of it.
Yeah.
अहिले आएर फर्केर हेर्दाखेरि हुन्छ नि होइन. I never thought about it that way, but yeah, you got a gist of John Mayer अलिकति slightly.
Yeah, I mean it's I very much agree. Like it's just not that. I was speaking to Rohita as well, Roy Shaki, and we were talking about just jamming around and everything, and he was like, "Oh, I see that you really like Bon Iver." I'm like, "Oh, I do." And he's like, "Oh, okay, so that's the direction." So it happens. Like I can, off the top of my head, just list of so many artists that have inspired me. So John Mayer, like Bon Iver, like I said. You can just think of like Ben Howard. Everywhere, all around the map, and then you go back and there's a Linkin Park and everything, and Mark, it's all the package of what you listen to, and they you get inspired and influenced by whatever you listen to and what you most relate with, and my approach is what I've come to relate with so far at this moment, and that's what I'm trying to do.
That's
hopefully
beautiful.
Hopefully it'll succeed.
It's gonna work out. I've started doing this weird thing, I'm just trying to pull up Spotify. For the past few days, I really don't know what has happened.
Right.
So what I do is, let's say I'm listening to a song by Givon, then what I do is to Spotify, you can just pull up the lyrics.
Yeah.
So this morning, I moved on from Sanam Puri at the gym. I don't know, for some reason, Sanam.
I'm aware of it.
Yeah, aware of him. From Sanam, I directly moved on to Clash. And then the thing was, I was looking up Stormzy, sorry. I moved on to Stormzy, the song called Clash, I'm sorry. So I moved on to that, and then I moved on to this other song called Own It, and then I was like, what are they saying? And of course, this is British, and they're really fast, and I started looking at the lyrics, and I'm like, that makes sense. Yeah.
It does, yeah. It happens quite a lot, even with slow songs like Bon Iver and everything. Yeah. I actually love that. Like, it actually, if you like a song enough to look up the lyrics, that's it. It's got you.
It has grabbed you. You talked about Linkin Park, and in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
And then now you can sing that.
Yeah.
Now you can literally sing. Okay, maybe I can't sing the whole thing, but I can sing the rhymes, and I can go ahead and catch the chorus.
Yeah.
These are songs that are going to stay with you forever.
Ever. Yeah. It's never going to change.
Ever and ever. अहिले गएर ऋतुहरूमा तिमी भन्यो भने त्यो आइहाल्छ क्या त्यो मुखमा हुन्छ नि होइन सो
Right.
देयर सर्टन सङ्ग्स द्याट्स गोना स्टे विथ यु फर एभर एन्ड यु हेभ दोज सङ्ग्स
As in, like, you mean the one that I wrote?
Yeah. So, you know, these are songs that are going to stay forever and ever and ever and ever.
Let's wait and see.
No. They will stay. They will stay because, see, there are certain songs. I'm not carrying my other phone in my car. I always have that phone. That's where I play Spotify. You're right at the top. You know? So,
I'll ask for proof later, but okay.
No, that's true. होइन लाइक सङ्ग्समै त्यो ऊ छ होइन आई लिसन टु सज्जन राज वैद्य रेडियो होइन द्याट इज द बेस्ट थिङ अन स्पोटिफाई होइन देन आई गट अल द नेपाली सङ्ग्स रोलिङ एट द सेम गेम होइन सो what I'm trying to say is these are songs that are evergreen. Down the road, gradually you're going to listen to it, and I can feel हुन्छ नि होइन what you must be going through. God knows what you're going through while you're writing it. होइन maybe it's just going to be I'm going to write this and then the song's going to work. But actually that त्यसरी त हुँदैन नि त होइन
It really depends. If you're if you
we're getting into the mind of Sajjan Raj Vaidya. How he writes things.
No, I mean it's so arbitrary, like the process of it. It's not always my story. Most of my songs are about somebody else's story.
Yeah. Not your story?
No.
None?
No, I mean not none.
Yeah.
Some of them are. Sukumasi, I feel like is very close to my heart, and you know, a personal experience, and that's how it came. One of my favorite stories to tell about you know how it came about and all that sort of stuff is about Hataridai Batasidai.
Oh, let's break that down.
Okay.
We have to break that song down because we just have to. All right, tell us how that came along. कसरी सुरु भयो?
Right, so in terms of melody, I was rehearsing the day before my New York show, and when I was just, you know, taking a break, one of my mates just picked up the guitar and he just played the first 3 or 4 seconds of the melody, right? And I was like, bro, play that again. And he just did. I was like, oh, is it okay if I use that? And I was like, okay, can I build on it? He's like, yeah, just make it a song. So, and then I took the and then it just went on to have a kind of a, you know, guitar tune. And then it was a decent idea because when I was playing that, I was like, okay, what if I, you know, try to base the story of whatever this song is going to be about that friend, right? So what? I'm not going to name names.
Yeah.
But what? The kind of person he is a hopeless romantic. 10 out of 10 times he would go in absolutely 100% head in. Head first, and it's you know, and he was not the kind of person to say, oh, I want to just try dating around and then you know, assess my options. Is this the right investment into his emotion and all that sort of stuff? No, he's not. He's like, okay, if I want this particular one who's my person, I want to love the person and I want to
be with that person.
Yeah. And then and he's like, you know, obviously gone, you know, dated or at least tried to date a couple of girls, and you know, for him it's like, oh, you know, I don't think she's the one, and it's just not worked out. It's something happened. And he's like, why? And he was like, you know, I'm sure there has to be someone who is the one, and you know, and the optimism that he had in his pursuit of the person is what the song's about, and essentially, the song starts like, okay, I don't know where you are, I don't know what you, and he's also music taste is a big thing for him. By the way, he's found the person, just to put it out there. And then he's you know, music taste matters a lot to him, and he's like, okay, I wonder what you look like, I wonder where you are, I wonder, you know, what song you're listening to. That's where I said like it's like, and then, you know, I'm waiting for you, like, you know, and I know that I don't know you, I can't talk to you directly, but, you know, just know, you know how he's just speaking to the air. Just know, I'm waiting for you, and just come to me as soon as you can. And he's saying, this is patience. I am waiting, and I don't know who you are. I don't even know when you're going to show up, but I know that you will at some point. And therefore, you know, this is patience, and it feels so much so. I've waited so many years for you that it feels like the story of you and I is meant to be titled Patience, right? And then that's what it's about. And so the thing is, like, I've seen him go through ups and downs, right? And this is about when the bridge comes in. Oh, that's my favorite part. And this is why. So the bridge says, you know, she should go and le paketa timro agumon, right? And your maya ma nisasine costa hamro pagalpun. So essentially that says, it's like, you know, this is the dark period where I don't have you. This is the cold period where I'm not with you. I don't know who you are, and it kind of feels like, you know, it's like it's not very easy to be optimistic in this case. And in that sense, it's the winter. It's the dark period. But you know, like even when you're sat around the fire in the winter, right? The embers, like the dying, burning wood, even that has a little bit of warmth, and that's what I'm going to hold on to, and that is what is promised. That if that can have a little bit of warmth, then that's the optimism I choose to have, and like I said, I choose to believe that you will at some point arrive in my life, and this is painful, you know, as can be, but like, you know, we still choose to do this to ourselves. I still choose to do this to myself, and this is absolutely crazy. And you know how he said like, and he's just like astonished at that, and that's what it means. And yeah, and then at the end he's like, okay, I'm waiting for you. And I know that you exist. I'm hoping you exist. Maybe you're doing the same to me. And if you are, trust me, I'm looking for you and I'm coming to you as soon as I can. So that's the story of Hataridai Batasidai. So yeah, and that's about somebody else's story. And it's just, that's what I say. I've been fortunate in like actually running into people's, you know, stories like that and see that. And, you know, fortunately been able to like paint my understanding iteration of that. And that's...
You grab other people's stories too then.
yeah, obviously.
We're in the same business, brother.
Definitely. In that power, you know, there's that power.
I like mellow because I'm driving, I'm coming back home, I'm kind of done for the night, you know, I like it. You know, there are certain songs that you like it and you keep listening to it over and over and over again, man.
Right.
God damn it. I can really do that. I can listen to like songs again and
Me
again
too,
and
yeah.
again 1,000 times and I'm going to take a break. And maybe I'll take a break and then I'll move on towards something else. And these guys don't like me because I talk about Justin Bieber a lot and I play his songs a lot. Right?
What do you mean? He's a fantastic artist.
No, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
No, but
you know?
I listen to his music all the time as well. So
I love that dude. I know people are going to say whatever they want to say. I love that dude because his music is like amazing.
just pause over there.
This is a new one. Monster is the one. I don't know if this is a new one or not, but this is the song that I love at the moment, bro.
No, but here's the thing. He can sing. He can play like pretty much everything.
He can perform.
Yeah, he can perform. He's got great melodies.
He throws eggs at people.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't follow the paparazzi side of the story. Yeah, I don't. But it's just the music and everything. He can do everything. I don't know. Like, कतिचोटि भन्छ क्या मान्छेले कहाँ जस्टिन बिबर चाहिँ सुनेर ए होइन नि एक दुईवटा गीत राम्रो छ भने भन्छ like, dude, I don't think he's ever gone bad. Name one bad song by him. I don't know. So, you know, it's just किन चाहिँ मान्छेहरूलाई नमन Justin Bieber, like Chocolatey Boy or something. Is that like something we're still concerned about in 2021?
I can still dance on Baby, bro.
Right, yeah, exactly. Baby, something, you know, we can still sing to. So, but anyway.
यस्तो रहेछ के Chocolate Boy approach. Let's come to that. What's your approach? Chocolate Boy approach?
I don't have an approach. I just want to make music, man. That's it.
Yeah, this mystery element, man. All right. Okay. There's a mystery surrounding Sajjan Raj Vaidya. You know, the whole mystery. You don't know what it is. You don't know what he's gonna do tomorrow. You don't know what kind of song is he gonna come out with tomorrow. You don't know where he is tomorrow. You know?
Right.
That's interesting, man. That's how have you kept your life so secretive?
I'm not keeping anything secretive. It's just I do things with a close group of people, and that's it. Like, I mean, I'm not like, oh, okay, I'm not going to show anything to anyone. It's just, dude, I was like, oh, I just want to hang out tomorrow. I want to work tomorrow. I want to try to write a song, play the guitar tomorrow. That's it. That's all I do. I want to work out. I'll work out, and that's it. Like, I don't think there's गइरहेको चाहिँ सोचिन जस्तो लाग्छ है दिनदिनै बेसिसमा. But yeah.
कस्तो हुँदो रहेछ भने होइन, there's certain people who are going to be like, okay, I'm going to show everything. For example, for me, I'm an open book and I'm going to go ahead and like share shit, and then sometimes यस्तो पनि हुन्छ होला के, because of your music as well, a lot of people want to know you more, but they can't. Then they don't know what to do.
I see.
Right? Maybe.
I mean, I am. I guess I should just feel glad that people want to know about my life. I don't know if it's any more interesting than anybody else's, but you know, it's just it's an interesting thing.
All right, let's come back to this. All right, gigs. Let's talk about gigs. Right, you live in the States.
Yeah.
Right. here people are dying to listen to you.
Right.
Right? People are dying. People are literally dying to listen to you. Aren't you dying to listen to him? Yeah? Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. How are you going to manage that? You have to, at one point, do gigs in Nepal.
Yeah,
or
I mean...
do gigs, plan gigs, right? What are your thought process on that?
So far, everything I've talked to my team about, it's essentially where we're saying, well, what do I want to... So they come to me and they're like, okay, what do you want to focus on right now?
You're talking about your team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I say to them, I think I just want to write more songs. And they're like, okay, but do you want to do a few shows? And I'm like, at some point when I feel ready, but right now I just want to write more songs. And that's how it's been. I've tried to focus on what the next song is, what it's going to sound like, and, you know, it's been the right headspace for that. Let me just say this, you know, I'm extremely grateful for all the support, you know, all the love that we've gotten from people. It's no, you know, small matter, right? It's incredible. It's you know, like anybody would be absolutely honored to be in this position, right? And I am, right? But at the same time, you know, like you have to feel ready to do that. You have to feel like, you know, that's what you want to do. And imagine this: there's this song that's in the back of your mind, and you're dying to work on it. You don't know the final line of it or the final 4 lines of it. Or you don't know how the music is going to be, and that's all your mind's at. And then, like, you have to somehow divert your focus away from that. It's just like, I don't know, you know. I'm going to be thinking about that. And at this point, so I don't know if I'll want to, you know, like divert away from it. Because what if, you know, you put that on pause and it's just like, it just stays on the side and never actually amounts to something. And I don't know. I guess it's just a matter of preference. It's like we wanted to do a show in Kathmandu in 2021, actually in 2020. And COVID happened. Yeah. And the way I, you know, wanted to do this previous show in Colorado was I wanted to do like...
I saw photos. Pull it up. Sajjan Raj Vaidya live on Colorado. Where did you guys do that? Cav.
He's actually in Nepal right now.
He's here. I was just talking to him earlier. He's a great dude. We're looking at... कस्तो राम्रो गरेको त्यो के भन्छ the set is like so beautiful, man. Where was that?
That was in Boulder, Colorado.
हैन त्यो what was it? Sunrise. It looked like a hilltop.
Yeah, it's on the top of a hill. It's an amphitheater outside, and so it was fantastic. It was the set was absolutely gorgeous. And त्यो गर्न उ गरेको पनि him and I Kavir and I, we were just hanging out in Naganya, and we're like, God, this would be a great place to do a show. And at that point, we were like, oh, I want to do a show here. And I did like got one live and said, so I was like, okay, let's do a show. And then we did a show, and that was it. Like, there's no layer, as in like, oh, you know, I said so I've do some pressure to my manager, like he helps me out and.
Open that one up. Yeah. You're talking about Sarif? Yeah. Go to the right and far right. Oh, that one. Yeah, just zoom into that. Yeah, move. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah. This is in Boulder, right? Yeah.
Moinbati ground. So because it was like COVID and everything, we wanted people to stay apart. Yeah. Stage one yeah. And also I had a cajon player and a flutist, and he plays everything. Sumit, he's actually the flutist for Muskan and Bodkai. Super talented.
What's his name again?
Sumit.
He lives in the States.
Yeah, Colorado.
Yeah, six-pack wala khola.
Let's not do that.
Duita mannequin khola. Sajjan, you have to explain this to everybody.
Explain what?
You have a better six-pack than the mannequin. Zoom out, buddy.
No, let's not zoom out.
We want to show the assets.
No, let's not zoom out. It's fine.
When do you get time to work out?
Well, it's pretty much what I do. I just I work, and I work on music, and I work out, and that's it. There's nothing. You see that you keep saying mystery. It's actually.
I'm in the gym.
We're boredom. There's nothing. I'm either like trying to work on music, or I'm working out, or just and that's it. Just hanging out with my mates, or just watching football. That's pretty much it. There's nothing more to it.
Who do you support?
Arsenal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
अहिले अहिले आएर होइन
We're on a good run, so you can't really laugh. we are on a good run now. Who do you support?
I support nobody, bro.
Oh, okay.
I support nobody. That's how I'm gonna go ahead and that's how I'm gonna stay at this moment right now. You know? As you figured out, everything is red right here. You know, so I don't want to.
Oh, United. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we are tied on points after everything. So, you know, is it really red? I think it's been blue for a while. You know, I see your blue jacket as well, and I think it's a representation of what you support.
This much I'm gonna say. I like CR7. I love Cristiano Ronaldo. That man's a bloody human specimen. कुनै दिन कतैबाट एलियन्सहरू आए भने यो ह्युमन यसलाई लिएर छ यस्तो हुन्छ ह्युमन भनेर मलाई देखाउनु मन छ होइन. No man, that guy, man, that dude, the couple of people होइन, Ronaldo, Rock, होइन, these are, I can name tons of other people होइन. These are people that हुन्छ नि होइन, man, I follow these guys. I love their routine.
Yeah, it's the consistency I really admire about them. Yeah. So yeah,
everybody not everybody can do it. People are lazy as fuck, I know. But if you can be consistent on something,
right,
you will achieve. You will get to your destination, whatever that destination is.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. त्यो लक्ष्य जे भए पनि नि होइन, त्यो लक्ष्यसम्म पुग्नको लागि चाहिँ बारम्बार गरिरहनु पर्छ क्या होइन. एन्ड आई लभ द्याट. एटलिस्ट वर्कआउट एस्पेक्टमा, एटलिस्ट बिङ अ गुड एथलिटको एस्पेक्टमा चाहिँ होइन, आई फलो दिस टु ड्युड. होइन, आई क्यान टेक नेम्स अफ टन्स अफ अदर पिपल. दिस टु फल राइट एट द टप, राइट एट द एपेक्स अफ माई रेडार. Because man, the amount of dedication that these guys put in.
Yeah, it's the hardest thing to just get yourself up and go to the gym, and they do it. They know someone they got to go, and they do it every day.
I follow this guy on Instagram. His Jacko usko naam. He wakes up at 4:30 in the morning every day. On his Instagram, he puts a picture of his watch. पुरानो घडी छ उसको होइन, क्यासियो कि टाइमेक्स हो होइन. He puts a picture of that. कतिखेर उसले उठेर वर्कआउट जाँदाखेरि उसले 4:30, between 4 to 4:30 he's up. Every day, bro. होइन, त्यो डेडिकेसन भयो नि त होइन. That is what dedication is all about.
फोटो लिने पनि डेडिकेसन. धन्न दाँत माझेको खिच्दैन यार फोटो. मैले यो लेफ्टमा दाँत माझेँ, अब माथि अब फ्लस गर्दैछु. Yeah, I understand what you mean.
Oh man, people, man, what do you think of TikTok? Let's get into that. What do you think of? Are you on TikTok?
I am, yeah, but I'm not active on it. I just post some random stuff on there. But I think it's a great platform, to be honest. Initially, I was like, okay, what is this? And everything, you know? But the amount of songs I've discovered from TikTok, Jesus Christ, it's ridiculous.
What do you mean songs you've discovered?
You know how TikTok is like songs people dance to?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Do you use TikTok?
Man, well, let me finish this and I'll get into my TikTok story. Hold on. So all the new songs. Or old songs, or whatever songs.
Yeah. It's a lot of the songs that I think, you know, is being put out there. I think that's great. I think of it in terms of music. I don't think TikTok could dance and this and that. I really don't care. But I do care about it is from the music aspect, right? So for people to like pick songs and multiple people to like them, I think it says one thing, that no matter where they're from, people are similar and more like each other than anything else. And I think right now, you know, with racism and everything, that's a big thing, right? In the same vein, the fact that people are now not caring about what language the songs are, you know, like the love quantity and this and that and everything. It's fantastic. It's breaking, you know, barriers that existed in society. And that's a side of TikTok I have to say I did not expect to see. I thought it was just people standing in front of cameras and dancing and feeding their own narcissism, but it's not. It's much more than that. And you know, I've come to like, you know, respect it, whether the impact it's had on music. Yeah,
I love TikTok right now.
Yeah.
Right now, I love it. I didn't understand it when it came out. तर अहिले आएर हेर्दाखेरि TikTok is the shit, bro.
Yeah.
If you're not on TikTok, that's it. You have to be on TikTok. You like it, you don't like it. It's like you have to watch Squid Games. You like it, you don't like it. You have to watch it because everybody's talking about it. And everybody's talking about 001. You didn't watch it.
I've watched it.
You watched
I watched it after Nepal Mara. Yeah, to fix my to fix my jet lag. त्यो सुत्न मिलेन अनि त्यसपछि उठेर हेर्ने भनेर हेरेको तर साँच्चीकै आएको 4 दिनमा हेरेको मैले
छिटै हेरेछ त्यसो मतलब म अस्ति डोल्पो गएको थिएँ अनि डोल्पोमा जानु अगाडि चाहिँ मैले त्यो सबै थोक त्यो यु क्यान डाउनलोड द होल थिङ होइन त्यहाँ त इन्टरनेट सिन्टरनेट केही पनि हुँदैन होइन अनि मैले चाहिँ गएर म हरेक रात मैले 1-2वटा एपिसोड हेर्थेँ होइन अनि त्यो चार दिनमा मैले सबै सकाइदिएँ ब्रो आई फेल इन लभ विथ इट एनिवेज कमिङ ब्याक टु द स्टोरी टिकटक इज द सेम थिङ इन द बिगिनिङ यो के रहेछ होला यार म धेरै बुढो भइसकेँ यसको लागि होइन एकछिनपछि है यो त चाहिन्छ यो त रमाइलो रहेछ त अनि त्यसपछि एकछिनपछि गएर एन्ड देन आइ एम डान्सिङ
the thing is if you try to make one of those it's then you see like how much of effort just goes into one thing so to do that in Excel is something I mean I hope that things people do are at least bit meaningful, not just to me or to others. Like there's a little bit of thought put into that, but people can do whatever they want. So I'm no king. And even if I were, I wouldn't have any right to say what people do or not.
Seriously, right now, what you're pulling out TikTok?
Yeah, no, I was going to tell you this. Sorry, I'm going to figure out the artist that I actually follow. She is actually so funny. I didn't expect her
Nepali?
No. It's cute. What's going on? La. Yeah, call me Chris Bundes, okay?
C-O?
K Chris H-C. What's going to Kallmekris, she does this little skits, and they're genuinely funny. I thought it would be like when I first came across the first video, I was like, you're annoying, I couldn't stop watching. She's like actually funny, so like, that's a talent.
Pull it up. Can you pull that up? Kallmekris. K-R-I-S.
Call me Chris.
Call me Chris. Pull that up. For me, man, right now, I think couple of days back there was I did a podcast with Sandeep Chetri, and he's one of the funniest men alive in this planet. And then I believe I talked about marriage or something like that, and how I would get married. And then right now, I think somebody sent me one of my, I think it was my mother. No, not my mother. Somebody sent me a WhatsApp message saying, bro, you're on TikTok and these are the things that you said about marriage. And I am blowing up on TikTok right now. Apparently. I said something. Oh, is she the one?
Yeah. So those are the characters that she plays. There's a kid. That's my favorite, absolute favorite.
Yeah.
And then I don't know about the others, but they're mildly funny. I find them funny. So
follow her. Follow. Open Sajjan's TikTok. Sajjan's TikTok.
No. Please, let's not do that.
We want to see what's on TikTok. Now everybody's gonna open your TikTok right. People are doing that right
There's nothing
now.
on it. You know what? There's like a couple of workout videos, and that's it. There's like a couple of like random singing, and then like the. So actually, this is like a great way to segue into that. So most of our, if not all of them, actually, all of our artworks is done by a member of our team, Kailash Subedi. Massively talented person, incredible artist, right? And we were like, how do we show people just how much thought and effort goes into the artwork, the album art, Of course, yeah. And then it was like, TikTok might be a nice place. So it was just like one of the small things that we started to do is like show the drafts, how it was in the beginning and what came after that and what came after that, what came after that, everything. And that's just one side of it. There's a story to each of the artworks, so much thought goes into that. And we would just sit together and decide if it's the one and everything. And for instance, the one for Putki Zanizon is one of my favorites, and the song's about.
I love that song, bro. That's an uplifting song. That's an uplifting song.
Musically, it might be uplifting.
It's uplifting for me. First time I heard it, one of my friend Anuj, he played it. It had just come out. I had no idea the song had come out. We were driving, and then my friend Anuj is like, "Sir, yogi sunne," and then he plays it, right? And then I'm like, "What? This is so catchy. So, okay, I'm gonna be very honest with you. So I'm listening to some of your Sajjan Raj Vaidya songs, right? And then ekachoti Putki Zane jo banauncha, it's uplifting after it comes out. Yeah. Man, I'm sharing my playlist with everybody.
No, that's a
Wait,
good thing.
pull it up. I want to see the artwork by Kailash Subedi.
Yeah, so he's the one who came up with the recent one as well.
What are you doing? Why are you pulling up his Instagram?
No,
TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. TikTok. I told you there's nothing on it. It's just like
there you go. Look at the man. Assets coming out.
All right, so
pull out artwork.
And this actually it's at the bottom.
Mr. X, go down. Go down.
So त्यो चाहिँ लुकामारीको भयो होइन that's how we came up with Lukamari, and that's the first draft he made, the painting, and then he turned that into that, and then the words, and
I need to get in touch with this dude.
Yeah.
For my merch.
And then so it's like just about words and everything. So that's one, and then there's Sputki Janizo one as well.
Go back.
I think it's there's the one in the middle.
That one.
Yeah. And this is
Oh, yeah, man, this is so good.
Yeah, so it's like nothing. It doesn't look like a lot, right? But then, and this is how like the thing came about. He just took some guy from Bhaktapur and put it in the middle of New York, and the photo, and then it tells a story. So the song, I was going to say, is about somebody who once had a dream, but because of responsibilities in society, couldn't do stuff, and feels like was lied to and lied to himself and or herself. And then, could never accomplish the dreams. And यसमा चाहिँ the guy who's, like, उसले चाहिँ अब दैसे बोकिरहेको छ, उसको dream चाहिँ was actually to go to America and do something, right? And then he couldn't. And therefore, he's doing that in the middle of Brooklyn. So, that's things like that. And there's more, that goes into these things than I think is apparent. People just think it's just coming up.
I want to loan Kailash Trivedi.
he's a very busy man, so it's. Let me see if I don't
find his Instagram. We're gonna for Kailash Trivedi. All right, everybody, make sure that you get him in. And this is beautiful. As soon as I saw that, I missed a couple of things. One of the things that I missed the most is going to Bhaktapur and having the Juju.
Yeah, it's always the best. Yeah.
Man,
that's what I like about coming back to Kathmandu every time.
There are a couple of places in Bhaktapur that I love.
Yeah.
There's a momo shop. As soon as you get to see the pokeri, the momo shop is right there. And there's just momo paउँछ के buff momo, man. So
right.
Chol pani yasto mito and I just from here the drive is like what, half an hour. So I go there just to sometimes just to chill, take a breather, just go to Bhaktapur, sit there, have the momos, come back.
Right.
Have the momos and then have the dai and then come back. And then sometime in the evenings too. Man, the drive is like so good from Kathmandu. Anyway, I miss Bhaktapur, and bro, I miss Brooklyn, man. I miss New York, bro.
Yeah, I do as well. That's I've moved away from New York, but somehow I just find myself going back there every month.
Where Somewhere? Oh, see, this is the goddamn mystery I was talking about. I know people don't understand that. This is the mystery. You are somewhere in the Midwest.
No, I'm
no. You're somewhere in the West Coast.
I'm somewhere, in an appropriate place on this earth. Let's just say that.
This is what everybody now you need to understand. This is what I was talking about.
The
mystery. Thank the team. 4 people. Including you 4 or like
no, including me 5.
5.
Yeah.
See, thank the 4 people and Sajjan's brain for keeping it so mysterious for as long as they can.
Accidentally mysterious, but really it's just tiny details. But yeah.
See, small details add to the mystery. That is the fun stuff.
Right.
एकैचोटि त्यो थ्रिलरको त्यो क्लाइम्याक्स आइदियो भने त मजा आउँदैन नि त हैन क्लाइम्याक्सलाई टाइम लाग्छ नि त हैन एभ्रिथिङ त्यो बिल्ड अप चाहियो नि त दिस इज द बिल्ड अप मोस्ट प्रोबब्ली द मिस्ट्री इज गोना रिमेन फरएभर
hopefully yeah.
That well, at least that's how I see it.
Yeah.
Again, my life's an open book. Man, completely open book. Everybody knows everything about it. I share it. I'm like out there. I'm like, all right, this is it. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for details, but this is what you're gonna see, and this is how it is.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's good not to know.
Yeah, I mean, but I do things, त्यही कुरा गरिरहेको बेलामा भनिदिइहाल्छु because I think it's very important. So, a few other members in the team, right? We already talked about Kailash. He not only does that, every time there's a song and I think there's an idea, I take it to them. I'm like, okay, is there something we should work on? And they're like, yes or no. Simple as that. Sometimes they'll even be like, this is garbage. Sometimes they'll be like, this is good. No, they'll say that. And then, you toss it out. And then, like Kailash provides opinion as well, as does Nurbu, as does Soumya, as does Sharif. And yeah, we just like make it happen. And so Soumya, it's very like this video that came out yesterday.
Yeah, that was Nurbu. I saw Nurbu's
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nubu came up with the concept.
Yeah.
So Nubu does most of the cinematography and in the camera and the concept thing, the building. I mean, everybody obviously chipped. We work together on everything.
Yeah.
But like, does that, and Soumya is responsible for making it actually look good and fancy and actually proper and make sure that the story's actually told well. So that's three people already down, and then there's Sharif, who is in the middle of everything, who fortunately gets all the pressure and handles it so well. But everybody gives input on the song, the video, and like Soumya didn't sleep. Like usually he
There you
doesn't
go.
sleep. Yeah, he doesn't sleep when we have a video that's due, and then this was actually finished 45 minutes before release, like the end of October.
Oh, yeah?
Which you planned, and because people are so busy, and
Yeah.
somehow they just pull through. He didn't sleep at all.
Okay, I want to go through this. I know this is you.
Yeah.
Everything is you. And right at the end, you're at the beach.
Right.
Not right at the end. Somewhere after, let's say you still have a little, well, there's more things, and I don't want everybody make sure that you go watch the video.
Right.
Tell everybody where this is, or anything you want to go ahead and say about this new song.
Yeah. I mean, so about the video, we shot this in New York,
Yeah.
and we tried to draw some sort of parallel to the last song, Barkai. So
Love your hairstyle, bro.
thanks. It's we were missing our stylist Sharif in this one, but we tried to make it work and everything. So this story, I'm not gonna spoil it for the ones who haven't watched it, but essentially is saying this.
अहिले cheers गर्छ अब म सबैजनालाई भनिदिन्छु हैन तर कोसँग गर्छ थाहा छैन हैन
So just without giving anything away, I'll just say the story of this is. I mean, it's not a guide, but it could be a story about a girl as well, right? So, but essentially, he's saying, "This is how I would love you if you were
there you
mine."
go. That's him saying it. This is how I'm gonna love you. Now we're gonna cheers with some white wine. I believe it's both white. I know one is red and one is white. My bad.
A lot of detail, yeah.
I remember. And then there you go. That's what he's doing. But remember the mystery aspect, ladies and gentlemen. Sajjan Raj Vaidya. In bracket, there's gonna be mysterious.
But yeah, when Nubu came up with this, and I was very very excited. So Nubu came up with this, the idea, and then Soumya and I, and a couple of the crew members, we made it happen. So it's great. Yeah. So people have been liking it so far, and I'm hoping that people will like it even more as the weeks come and the months come, and maybe forever. Hopefully forever. But
yeah, for sure. When we think about, I want to get into this. I want to understand the perspective, right? There are a few songs that you listen to, and then you can feel it. You can feel it from deep inside. I'm going to take a name of a song. I know. The Elements भन्ने band थाहा छ?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
They have a few songs, that you can feel it. You can sense it. It's so deep inside. I'm going to talk about the new songs for now. Okay.
Yeah.
The person, I don't know what that thought process of that person was when the person was writing the lyrics, but you can sense it. It's so deep. Lochan Dai's songs, and Lochan is that. Lochan Dai's songs, there's certain songs that he has that I can feel it.
Right.
Like, okay, all right. When I don't say like John Mayer's songs, for example, let's get back to this. In Sense It, you can feel it. There's certain music or Bollywood songs. Sometimes you listen to a Bollywood. Okay, imagine you're so used to Hollywood, English songs, right?
Yeah.
And then bam, you listen to one Bollywood song, and your perspective is like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. It happens a lot. I listen to a lot of Bollywood songs.
कहाँ पुर्याइदिन्छ नि त होइन कहाँ पुर्याइदिन्छ कि होइन I don't know what they think of, how they write the lyrics. Lord knows what it is. बिहान भोर भन्दै थिएँ, I was listening to Sonam songs, and they're like old songs, right? And then I'm like, oh, he's actually यो गीत पनि थियो त्यसरी नि होइन. So I'm just thinking of him in a beach with his brothers, and then I'm thinking of that real Amitabh Bachchan doing that song with one of the other actors. I know. So
Right.
songs can put you in a completely different state of mind.
Yeah,
Right.
certainly.
When it comes to your music, right? What do you really want your audience to go through? Like,
It's different from song to song. So it's whatever I'm hoping comes off, at the end of the release, and I just want to tell them, what my story or somebody else's story or what my perspective on a certain story is or a scenario is, and hopefully that translates well. But at the same time, I'm hoping that somebody just takes a song and just makes it their own. अब आफूले सुन्दाखेरि आफूलाई जे फिल भयो जे स्टोरी लाइक कुनै हिसाबमा कहीँ कतैबाट त्यो गीतसँग चाहिँ आफू जोडिनु पर्यो त्यही हो त्यो भएसम्म पुग्छ मलाई यो फिल गर्नुपर्छ यो फिल गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने छैन होइन भैया you're the mysterious one because you just I don't know what to say but yeah
no I'm happy with this I'm happy with this होइन अहिले आएर यसो सोच्दाखेरि when I look back and when I think about it हुन्छ नि होइन what next भन्ने लाग्छ कि मलाई चाहिँ होइन what next is gonna come out from the music industry होइन music industry globally music industry Nepali music industry as well होइन what else is gonna come out होइन maybe you're gonna start doing English songs. We know there are certain friends who want to go out and explore the global world.
Yeah.
What next is going to come out from Sajjan Raj Vaidya? Like that is so interesting as well. Maybe you want to do English songs down the road?
I've done one that's public, but I do have some I haven't released. I do write. I try to write in as many languages I know. The release Goriko China. I haven't worked on them. It's just ideas at this point. But yeah, I'd love to do that. That's something that I do as well. Hopefully we'll get to finish it and put it out there, and hopefully they'll be liked as well. But certainly. But about the what next, if I ever figure it out, I'll let you know.
Oh man! Man, this whole life is gonna be we trying to figure things out as we go along. You know? I try to stay as happy. My scenario is super simple. I try to stay as chilled out as I can.
Yeah.
Shit's gonna go down.
Yeah.
There's gonna be bad shit that's gonna happen. There's gonna be good shit that's gonna happen too.
Yeah.
I like celebrating both. Something goes wrong, you know, I like celebrating that too. Because it went wrong for a reason. केही न केही बिग्रियो भने पनि होइन अब केही फुटिहाल्यो भने फुटिसक्यो नि त.
Right.
अब मैले त के गर्न सक्दिनँ नि त त्यसमा होइन.
Right.
सो त्यो पनि सेलिब्रेट गर्थ्यौँ होइन त्यो फुट्नुको एउटा कारण थियो होला नि त होइन केही न केही अनि केही कुरा राम्रो भयो भने त्यो पनि सेलिब्रेट गर्ने कि होइन बिकज एभ्रिथिङ टिचेस यु समथिङ केही न केही त सिकाउँछ कि अल द फेलियर्स हेभ टट मी एन्ड I have become who I am because of all my mistakes and all my failures.
Sure, yeah.
बिग्रेको कुराहरूले मात्र हुन्छ नि होइन So I love taking it one day at a time. Sometimes some of the most happiest people you know in the planet are the saddest people in the world.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I could literally take names. Who were I talking about earlier? Lincoln Park. Chester.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like that was a shock when that happened, and we, you know, it's we're worse off after that. There's also Nepali artist, the vocalist for the band Tribal Rain. Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have Yamabuddha as well. It's It's I think this is one of the things that my team and I we are very aware of and would like to address at some point as well the mental health issue as well. It's it's Nepalको कुरा गरिँदैन के like people don't. A therapist ka jane is like such a weird concept here, and rightly so because people haven't been notified. अब थाहा छैन भने त कसरी गर्ने तर यहाँ चाहिँ त्यहाँ गयो भने नराम्रो हुन्छ कि and saying like people are scared अरूहरूले कुरा गर्छ and everything. Like mental health is so important. Like just speaking to someone, like it doesn't have to like mental like therapist भेट्नलाई ए ल होइन like suicidal thoughts चाहिँ हुनुपर्छ त्यस्तो भन्ने हुँदैन नि. Like there's something about yourself, about your identity that you haven't figured it out and you need help. It's something that you need help for like any other condition, right? Anything else, and that's pretty much what it is. And Malay, you're like it's something that makes me sad about the culture that we have here is that therapists ka jane kuraharu like it's not राम्रो पाराले life made in so people don't talk about it as much. And I've gone to therapy and it's absolutely helped me figure stuff out, not because I was sad or something. I didn't even know I needed it. I was like, okay, let's just go, and so I was like, oh cool, so it improved something, it helped me with something. I was like, let's do that. So it's I think that's a culture that Nyati should be promoted because Jesus, it
helps.
Yeah, of course it helps. It's like you're figuring yourself out, right? And I mean,
you got to add a boost. Somebody's gonna tell you, okay, this is what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's not somebody telling you; it's somebody guiding you about how you feel. Because when you're dealing with 1,000 thoughts in a single second, it's good to just like know where to focus, and that's all that happens. I think it's I don't think it's something that people should be ashamed of. I think it's if people do that, they should wear it proudly, and I think it's really definitely going to help people. And
no doubt on that. And let me add on to this. ढाड दुख्यो भने हामी के गर्छ डक्टरमा जान्छौँ नि त हैन
obviously, yeah.
हैन that's just another illness.
Yeah.
हुन्छ नि हैन you're just ill. हुन्छ नि you're not feeling well.
Yeah,
हैन so mental health is the same thing. You're not feeling well.
Yeah.
You're gonna go. You're gonna talk it out. हैन and then let's see what's gonna happen after that.
Yeah.
And it just like हुन्छ नि something went wrong with your body or with your organs or something like that. It's the same thing. But here it's taboo. I know. Now we're talking about it. That's one of the reasons why I talk about this podcast. Is express yourself.
Yeah.
And if I can express myself here, if you can express yourself here, you're expressing yourself. I'm expressing myself. So you need to express yourself and you need to share
Yeah.
how you feel.
Yeah.
And if you don't share, it stays. And this will build up. One day it's gonna bloody explode.
Yeah. So hopefully, it doesn't get to that point, but that's why it's important to address it. Nip it in the bud. Not nip it in the bud, but be aware of it. You're not always trying to get rid of something. Sometimes you're trying to embrace something. You just haven't understood it, so you're very scared of it, or you're weirded out by it and things like that. So yeah, just I think. We need to be more accepting of the differences that people have in terms of thinking, just in terms of what they want to do, in terms of who they like and everything and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I would say this took just if people talk about you, fuck them, who cares, right? It's let them talk about it, and just the end goal is to just be happy in the moment. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow, like you said. So you just try to get to that goal, and that's one of the ways. And when you're like I said, when you're having 1,000 thoughts per second, you don't always know it, and that's why you're going there. And even if you need help navigating it in like you're more dependent on it, sure, why not? If it makes you better, if it makes you happy, just do it. And there's nothing wrong with it, and it's just something that people need to understand, and people need to fight for it as well. And I think it's with all due respect, like continue. पहिलाको मान्छेहरूले भन्यो ठुलो मान्छेले भन्यो भने चाहिँ केही पनि भन्नु हुँदैन भनेर खालको हुन्छ नि. It's like always I've known stories where people have wanted to go to therapy and they're like, why do you want to go to therapy? It's like किन जानु पर्यो बाउला हो र. It's like, and would you do किन important भयो क्या? You would much rather that कोही जान्छ therapyमा and it helps them figure things out and they're better, they're happier. It's like, why does anybody care? पल्लो घरको कुन चाहिँ नि अङ्कलले के भन्यो and everything, and that's just it's such a damaging part of the I'm not going to say culture, but it's just such a damaging thing that we're somehow unfortunately retained. And it happens in every society. It's just not just Nepal. It happens in America as well and all that sort of stuff as well. But hopefully, it will be like a more open society where people can just do whatever they want. And
The more we talk about it, the more it's going to be open. Simple as that. We have to talk. The more you talk about it, the more it's going to be like a normal thing. Kurai nagareर हैन what is the word that you bola? It's just we see these are all from this podcast. We've had like few specific song words.
So terms पछि dictionary
पछि कता न कता टक राखेपछि अनि त्यसपछि होला हैन.
Yeah.
Man, you sit and write lyrics, right? You sit and write. मजाले हुन्छ नि हैन. You're going to sit down one day and you're just going to be like, how does the process work? I just want to understand that.
It's arbitrary.
We had somebody on the podcast, and the person carries a notepad all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Okay, I thought about something. Writes it down. I was like, wow.
I wish I could do that all the time.
That is a great process, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's for me generally there's just the central theme, a central message that I want to say, and I just try to say it. And त्यो कहिले चाहिँ अब हुन्छ नि एकै दिनमा हुन्छ, कहिले 3-4 महिना लाग्छ हैन. त्यो भन्नै सक्दैन क्या, like के चाहिँ इमोसन पाइरहन्छ. अब जस्तै when I said धेरै जसो गीतहरू चाहिँ अरूको स्टोरी हो, अरूको इमोसन्स हो भन्दाखेरि अब अरूको ठाउँमा आफूले राखेर हेर्दाखेरि विचार गर्दा अलिकति गाह्रो हुन्छ. सो कहिले त्यो गाह्रो हुन्छ, कहिले चाहिँ एक्ज्याक्टली थाहा हुन्छ नि के भइरहेछ, त्यो एकैछिनमा आउँछ.
कुन चाहिँ सजनको गीत हो त? Which one is your story?
It's like भने त सुकुम्बासी is my story. I would say somebody else was my story, and Sharif's story. That's something we like to share with people quite a lot as well. And not a lot of stories are mine, Vodka क्या तेरी?
Take mine, I'll tell you my life story.
Yeah, but you know, it's it really depends.
You want to know heartbreaks?
Next song.
Next song. Man, it was a pleasure, bro. I think we're releasing this on Tihar. This whole thing is gonna come on Tihar.
Yeah, I'm bully, I know.
अहिले
Ah.
Man, wait, तिहारमा आएको थियो कति वर्ष भन्नु आएको तिहारमा
मैले तिहारमा नआएको भन्दा पनि नमनाएको चाहिँ it's been 9 years. Yeah. So this is like the Tihar after Dashay after a long time. That's why I was like when I first came, I was like, I don't want to do anything but like Dashay stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Which is बस्यो फ्यामिलीसँग बस्यो साथीहरूसँग बस्यो त्यही त हो नि के पनि गर्दैन होइन विचार गर्ने होइन केलाई के गर्ने भोलि यताउता भनेर which is कहिले गाह्रो हुन्छ त्यस्तो गर्न but you know रमाइलो गर्नु पर्यो कहिले
of course गर्नु पर्यो. How long are you staying now? You gonna be here for a while?
Depends on like a
See,
factor
that's the goddamn mystery, bro. You're gonna stay here for a while. Specific things that you want to do here when you're here?
I just want to feel home again, man. Like it's been a while since I haven't been back. अस्ति भर्खर नारायणको मोमो गएर झोल मोमो खाएँ. झोल मोमो is something that I've been waiting for a while.
त्यो प्याटर्नमा लान्छु म हुनाचा खानलाई. मैले अस्ति मलाई त्यो अर्को हुनाचा थाहा छ हैन उताको प्याटर्नमा one of my friend Pranish took me and bro.
Yeah.
हेभन हो त्यो ठाउँ.
त्यही त हुनेचा भयो अनि ससर लहाना भयो जानुपर्ने
एउटामा चाहिँ पार्किङ म जहिले पनि जान्छु मैले त्यहाँ पार्किङ पनि पाउँदैन मैले त्यहाँ सिट पनि पाउँदैन. म एक दिन विकडेमा जान्छु होइन भित्र ठाउँ नपाएको के बस्न ठाउँ नपाएको किर्तिपुरमा होइन. तर त्यो एक दिन चाहिँ म त्यो उसमा शनिबार गयो भने पाउँदैन रहेछ
के अरे के भन्नु लाग्थ्यो मैले एनपिपी भन्ने ठाउँ थाहा छ.
अरे फुडल्यान्ड
यस्तो मिठो हुन्छ त्यहाँको सोसेज र मसरुम त ओहो I've tried to find that अमेरिकामा कहीँ पाउँदैन होइन पाउँदैन तर कसैले विचार गर्यो कि भन्ने हुन्छ नि होइन छैन क्या त्यो चाहिँ.
अस्ति म अमेरिकामा भन्नुपर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अस्ति आई डेफिनेटली वान्ट टु टक अबाउट दिस. अस्ति म सान फ्रान्सिस्कोमा हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ मेरो साथीको रेस्टुरेन्टहरू गएको थिएँ म होइन. Kudos to her, man. Couple of restaurants खोलेको डान्सिङ याक बेस क्याम्प भनेर खोलेको छ.
डान्सिङ याक I remember उनीको
सान फ्रान्सिस्कोमा
herbal tea yeah oh
man होइन that was one of the first Nepali restaurants म चाहिँ जहाँ जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ होइन it felt kind of nice. भित्र जाने बित्तिकै होइन विदेशीहरूले ट्राई गर्दै थिए क्या. त्यो tons of people trying out the food हुन्छ नि होइन trying out Nepali food हुन्छ नि होइन. मलाई एकदम मन परेको थियो त्यो कुरा चाहिँ हुन्छ नि. उताको चाहिँ यहाँको त हाम्रो छँदैछ नि यो गर्दा man.
Have you been to Dawas in New York?
छैन.
Oh,
Dawas.
Yeah.
कताबाट छ?
It's Jackson Heights-मा कहाँनिर छन् चाहिँ त्यो कसरी भन्न चाहिँ तर it's pretty good.
ठमेलको नजिकै छ होला.
Actually 10 मिनेट 12 मिनेट हिँड्यो भने पुग्छ.
ठमेलको नजिकै छ होला होइन.
त्यहाँनिर छ जस्ट त्यो चाहिँ it's one of the Nepali places that I was like okay ल ठिक छ भने हुन्छ नि. डान्सिङ याक पनि is pretty good. मैले धेरै खान चाहिँ पाएन पहिलामा जाँदाखेरि because सोगतिर गएको थिएँ अनि we just went there for tea. अरू के छ अरूहरू त
कति छ अहिले त के छ. Wait, so you're on tech now?
In tech, yeah.
You're on in last time you were in finance when I was there.
Yeah.
You switched completely.
Yeah.
Big leap.
I don't know about big, but yeah, I switched.
Good, man. That's good. I'm super happy. But here, a lot of people want to go out and listen to you. Listen to at least one gig. You thinking of it before you go, or what's gonna happen?
अहिले भएन भने फर्केर आउँदा सो गर्छु ल.
You gonna come back again and again now?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, as long as people will have me. तर त्यो भन्ने मात्र, I mean, I am from here, so people have me. क्या अब घर हो आउने जे गरे पनि. But yeah, मन चाहिँ एकदम छ हैन. तर केही कुराहरू विचार गर्नुपर्छ के यसको बारेमा यो यसरी गर्नु मन छ, यो यसरी गर्नु मन छ, जुन टिम छ हैन. सबजनाले पनि उनीहरूले ल यसरी गरौँ भन्ने छ. त्यो सब भिजन कसरी चाहिँ how do we bring that to life?
People will kill me if I don't talk about this. So let me just talk about it. What's your take on love, brother?
What do you mean? What's my take on love? It's a risk.
There are thousands of girls who are watching this at the moment who definitely want me to ask you for this. So what's your take on love, brother?
I mean, it's
and guys, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, it's a risk that personally, I would always be willing to take. That's it. That's what I would say. And you think about love and relationships, and you think about how things have gone wrong. But that's the thing. If you could turn back time, perhaps with different people, well, not perhaps, definitely with different people, because that's the reason why things don't work out, right? But when you go back to the beginning and rewind the clock, the story would still go on, and if not this person, then that person, and and that's the journey that you embark upon when you're trying to find the one, and it's just like Hataridai Batasidai. It's just like you don't know, and
remember what I said. You need to celebrate every moment.
every moment. Yep, that's pretty much what it is, and that's what you try to do. But I think love fuels everything.
Yeah.
Not just a romantic kind of love where it's like another person, but the family that you have and the friends that you have and everything, and that is pretty much the heart of everything. That's my take on it.
You gotta come back again. All right, we need to do this again and again. I love talking to you, brother.
Yeah,
you need to come back again, and hopefully, we're gonna add more lights on the air. The maximum we did was the candle.
But I mean, dude, baby Buddha is pretty.
Baby
cute.
Buddha is cute, right?
Yeah.
So भक्तपुरमा चाहिँ के छ भन्दाखेरि भक्तपुरमा चाहिँ त्यो आफ्नै हातले चाहिँ बनाउन त्यो माटोको भाँडाहरू बनाउन दिन्छ कि होइन भक्तपुर पट्री स्क्वायर भन्ने छ होइन अनि त्यहाँ चाहिँ अनि आई गट द्याट बेबी बुद्धा फ्रम देयर
You didn't make it.
No, I made a ashtray, I believe, for the podcast.
चुरोट खानलाई
चुरोट
पान स्वास्थ्यको लागि हानिकारक छ
एकदम हानिकारक. I don't smoke. But I have people who come here and want to smoke होइन. So त्यो बुद्ध चाहिँ अनि त्यहाँ पट्री स्क्वायरमा त्यो साथीले चाहिँ त्यो दाइ यो गिफ्ट भनेर चाहिँ give that to me. It's a small little Buddha, and then I bought the big Buddha from there itself.
Yeah, I like the small Buddha.
Yeah. I'll gift him one. We'll go together. We'll go do the momos at Bhaktabur.
At some point. Yeah.
We can invite tons of other people too. Everybody. All right. We're gonna go. I'm gonna put it up on. Oh, man, no, I'm not gonna do that.
No.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Sajjan, it's a pleasure.
No, definitely.
All right.
It's been my pleasure as well.
Come back again, brother.
Hopefully, yep. We'll have time, and I'm sure
We gotta do part 2. We gotta do part 2, part 3. We gotta do hundreds of parts, man.
Sure, yeah. Thanks again. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you to you and the team as well for making this happen. This is great.
More power to you. More power to your team, because when I drive, I listen to your music. It calms me down.
I'm glad to know that.
Putki जाने जोन भने चाहिँ अब त्यो अर्कै हो.
So I'm glad as well. Like you feel every energy, every emotion, and that's the goal to hopefully achieve at some point. So. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Sajjan Raj Vaidya. Happy Tihar.
Happy Tihar, yeah.
Happy Tihar, everybody.
To you and all the listeners. Yep.
All right, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.
If you love what we are doing, make sure that you subscribe and turn on notifications. This program is brought to you by Vyas Studios.